Alright, welcome to the second match between our Reigns with Dreams and Exertus here in the NS2 Launch Tournament, Round 1, European edition. First one, Exertus pretty handily won as Marines. We have a pretty nice layout here again, pretty favorable spawn. Server room is a little bit tough to start a spawn on, but Marines did not spawn in warehouse, so Exertus got a second hive drop early. Looks like Reigns with Dream is using a little strategy here to figure out where their starting hive was. If you drop the RTs in these locations, which one you can't drop is obviously their starting. Reigns with Dreams looks like they're pushing the tram hub, but realized that a server start was their base. Llama hopefully going to try to sneak up in these Marines here. The counter typically to a early hive drop is to attack their archeries, try to res lock Marines, but Exertus is having none of this, and they're kind of, they definitely know what's coming here, and they're on top of Reigns with Dream before they could do much damage to this RT here. So you can see Reigns with Dreams unfortunately had a bit of delay there, and they lost the guy building observations, so. And Reigns with Dream, I mean, Reigns with Dream was trying to start with a pretty aggressive start there, get into the starting hive and take down some RTs, but Exertus basically caught them before they could. Grissy, Danny, and Wee pushing into elevator transfer here. Looks like they're going to flank by Illidan and Llama, or they're going to go for, looks like they're going for observation, so Exertus is actually going on the a little bit of the res denial here. TRC looks like he's just going to die. There's Marines here. Unfortunately, that getting under those stairs there only proved to basically lock him in and get him stuck. Looks like this mezzanine RT, well, it might not go down. Exertus was very good to get back and clear him out here, so Grissy's taking on 3 extra dudes by himself, and no chance there. Neshi is working on the logistics there, so you can see there's a bit of name change up these maps now. Mezzanine for elevator, platform for what was North Tunnels. Exertus doing a decent job. Exertus being a little more defensive. They had two gorges to start, Mouse Leg Man and TRC, so. Usually you only have one gorge in these teams. The commander typically it's the commander, he drops a second hive, jumps out, and goes gorge at the second hive. But instead, this time TRC is the calm. He actually went to mezzanine here and dropped his defense to this RT, knowing this where alien or Marines were going to attack. So combat going to mezzanine, and unfortunately, Reigns with Dreams is just losing these matchups too often. Grissy might be taken out here. Yeah, Illidan doing a great job of just staying quiet, staying hidden, waiting until the Grissy and Vardaja's attention was elsewhere, and just pushing in and clearing out. Llama finally clearing out Vardaja. Some combat in Tram Hub here. Squirrely versus Wee and Danny. Squirrely's going to wait till Llama probably comes in here before they commit. Here comes Zups from the back. Grissy sees him there, so. And Reigns with Dreams really wants to take down this RT. Unfortunately, at this point, aliens have more RTs than Marines, which is never a good position to be in. And a lot of that is due because Reigns with Dreams is just not winning these matchups. I mean, Exertus is doing a great job of keeping at least almost even numbers when Reigns with Dreams actually pushes in to attack these RTs while still keeping pressure on Marine RTs. Unfortunately, that's something that Reigns with Dreams can't really keep up with at the moment. This one, four aliens here, Grissy's going to go down. It does take out Illidan before he dies, so that was a good trade there. At least if you're going to die, take out at least one alien, preferably 2 with you. Wee looks like he's going 3v1 here and smartly retreating. I mean, those gorges are not, they're fairly easy to take down, but that spit does 40 damage per pop, so you can really die quickly if you're not paying attention. The NS2 and RwD taking on Zups and Squirrely and Repair, taking down Zups, and Squirrely dancing around, desperately trying to get Jesse, and he does get Jesse down, but Chrissy comes in and clears him up. Illidan pushing in, so is Llama. We also have TRC pushing in too, and it looks like they're probably going to clear out. RwD does finish off Llama, but he looks like he's going to be taken down, so Exertus wins this matchup yet again. And this has pretty much been the name of the game so far, is that, you know, even when Marines with Dreams seems to get the upper hand in a matchup, Exertus pushes in with reinforcements and just, you know, finally wins it out. You can tell in the resource count here, I mean, it's Marines only have 4 built to Aliens 5.
Command station under attack.
Little command station attack. Arge, oh, Zup's going in. Is he going to take down Arge? I think they're going to have to phase. They don't have a phase. They're going to have to run back. So Zups does die. Danny running back, so is Nessie. Danny finally clears up Zups, but that's kind of a blow. Unfortunately, Marine Commander, you're usually, you know, doing 100% of your time, and you only want to jump out if it's, you know, at worst case scenario, so I mean, that's time you're not dropping med packs, it's time you're not scanning, it's time you're not doing research. Phase Tech is now going up for the Marines with Dreams here. And that Drifter, they're not seeing that Drifter there. That's going to be a pretty important thing, pretty big problem for Marines with Dreams unless they find that Drifter. I mean, it's one of those things, is aliens, since they're so fast, they can move around the map quick enough to get anywhere, especially on a map as small as Tram. They just need to know where to go, and a Drifter is a great way to figure that out. Phase Tech is finally complete. Armor 1, Air Weapons 1 is researching, and we doing a great job. We and Leslie, mostly they're clearing out those skulls, so we might be seeing a matchup that Marines are actually going to finally win solidly. Still concerned about that Drifter there. Aliens can see pretty much 100% of what's going on here in a repair room. I'll show you what I'm talking about here. And just Drifter standing there showing everything. Onos basically dropped here. So Marines with Dreams in trouble. That early Onos, what we had to say, it's basically a 7-minute Odos is very problematic in matches like this. Exertus is pretty much the only team I know of that actually knows how to handle an early Onos drop there. And unfortunately that means that strategy is going to be effective against any other team that doesn't really know it. They just clean up repair room there. Phase Gate's going to go down, so a big issue for Marines with Dreams. They're getting up elevated transfer, but you don't want to lose these spins. Now you have to worry about, you know, where's that Onus going to go? What is he going to do? Once again, another problem of letting aliens get so many res points so early. And Illidan's not going to do anything sneaky. He's just going the most logical place next, take out Logistics. Marine combat. Oh, here we go. Marines going to Mezzanine. I think finally trying to take out this RT. Squirrely trying to get back to clear him out, but with 5 Marines, he does take down 1, so he does good job there. But at this point, I think I'm surprised Illidan didn't push to just Marine base there. I mean, try to force the beacon back, get him out of attacking your stuff. Marines Dream finally taking down their first alien RT of the game. Pushing into the second hive location. Illidan, I don't think he wants to go in by himself against 4 Marines with level 1 weapons, but he doesn't have much of a chance now if he wants to prevent them from doing any more damage. Fade on the field. Llama has gone Fade, so you can see those 5 RT votes for so long for the aliens allows them to get so much res. They're even dropping repair room hive at the moment. Jesse is gonna try to go in there, but he's not gonna get any traction there. Mouse-like manages to clean him up. Squirrely looks like he's going Fade too, and we could probably see Zups maybe at some point going Fade if he wants to do so. Got some combat here in elevated transfer. Illidan's taking quite a bit of damage to level 1 weapon, soon to be level 2, and a beacon. I'm not sure what that's... Oh, I guess they were kind of beacon go to elevator transfer, but that Onos is long gone. I'm going to take down that RT. Now, 2 Fates on the field. Zups looks like he's going Fate too. So this is problematic for Reigns' Dream. 3 Fades, an Onos, and a Gorge. It's pretty much spells doom right there for you. The Onus alone would be tough enough. They got weapons too, so a focus fire, if they can trap that Onus, a focus fire can clean out that Onus, but anytime that Onus gets in trouble, they're going to have at least 1 Fade coming up and destroying them. You know, give the Onus enough time to retreat. That's pretty much what the Fade's going to do. And, you know, aliens are putting RTs around the map now. You got back up to 5. Going to push to 6 pretty soon. Razor Stream's not giving up, though. They're dropping the command station and elevator. They do have 3 res, and with 3 res, you can come back from a situation like this. Unfortunately, it's unlikely in a match like this. Unfortunately, if you're losing the early game, the most likelihood is you're going to lose the mid and late game. And it's just a matter of time before Exertus gets a critical mass to just push in there and kill this base. Illidan's going to go down. It doesn't really matter, though. They get enough res flow that they're going to be able to clear this stuff out pretty easily. No Blink yet, so Blink is researching, which is why those Fades have been a bit apprehensive about attacking. Blink's usually the main way that Fades get out of trouble, which is why Fades are usually a little more apprehensive attacking, a little more conservative about what they do, you know, not really pushing into groups of Marines until they get Blink out. They do have Carapace, so that adds quite a bit of survivability to these classes here. Zup's taking out Vartija there, so Exertus is still being aggressive. So I think that killing that Onos actually gave them back some momentum. They're still pushing out. Looks like maybe they can kill Squirrely here, and they do. They kill Fade. So Reigns' Dream not out of this game. They're definitely not doing great, but they're not giving up yet. I mean, they have weapons too. Looks like armor 1 and weapons 3 going, so they have the firepower. They just need to do a bit better job clearing out these res nodes. Maybe killing a hive, frankly. 3 hives is going to be problematic. Looks like Grizzly's trying to sneak in some RT sniping. He does find the shell, and he's going to take that out probably. I don't see any aliens getting close, so Exertus is going to lose Carapace. A little bit surprising. Exertus has pretty much been dominating this entire game, and suddenly Reigns with Dream, you know, not giving Reigns with Dreams any traction. They couldn't push in to kill even Mezzanine, although they tried like 3 times almost in a row to clear it out. But now that, you know, not only did they kill Mezzanine, they killed Server Room RT, so, and just sniped that shell there, so. I'm still going to give Exertus, you know, I still think Exertus is going to win this. They just kill that command station there. Subs dies. Reigns' Dreams, they're pretty good shots. So, and against Fades, even with Blink, you know, 3 Marines with shotguns and weapons 3, you're going to die fast if you don't get out of there. It's kind of hard to judge how fast you can get out, and sometimes you can't even. If 3 Marines get a point blank shots on you, you're done. Llama looks like he's blinking around, trying to get out of there. He knows 2 Marines with shotguns is going to be problematic. I mean, largely what's, you know, Exertus can afford losing Fades, losing Onos, losing Shells. They just got 7 RTs. They're swimming in red. They could lose a hive or even 2 hives and still come back. Subs looks like he's just going to die there. He was egging aggressively in logistics. That's usually, especially with Marines pushing into logistics, that's a quick way to get yourself killed. Danny looks like he's trying to solo a bunch of a bunch of aliens here. He does take down. I think he did one there. See, there's some eggs there. I suspect there was a shell there, or a shift there, which is what the spawns, egg spawns that Bezony was doing. To kill Nessie and Wee, I think it actually goes down fast. And Wee gets cleaned up by Llama there. Darny, Vardija, and Danny. Oh, Danny goes, Danny and Vardija. Sitting there. Aliens do have Bio Bomb. I wouldn't be surprised to see this ended by a Bio Bomb plus Fade Rush to one of these bases here. The thing is, the Fades have been mostly reactive and defensive. Marines attacking some players, Fades coming to clear them up. It's a good way to make sure to keep your victory. I mean, Exertus just have to basically sit on their lead here, and they're going to eventually win this. But at some point, you know, they're going to want to end this. So, Celerity is up, and you know, with 3 eyes, we have a shift or a shade hive too. So we'll probably see something like silence going up. Maslag Man doing some significant damage to the base here, taking out an IP, doing quite a bit of damage to, I think the Fizz guy's down to 38%, and the Advanced Armory. The Advanced Armory would be the expensive thing to replace. At this point, pretty much, you know, suiciding Gorges is a pretty effective thing. We got a 2 Onos plus Squirrely Fade Rush. Or no, Squirrely Rush there, so Beacon, but only 5 Marines alive and 2 Onos. The Onos is going to try to get out of there. TRC is going to have trouble. I would have liked to watch Exertus wait till those Gorges got there. TRC is going to die, looks like. Not a really big deal. They got enough rest to go Onos yet again, probably. But if they just timed it a little better and waited for those Gorges there, they probably would have been able to clean it up a little bit faster. Looks like they're going to be able to pull it off anyways. Yeah, pretty much all Marines dead. They know they're done. They know they're done. Finishing up that IP. Gris is going to go down to claim the second match here. So
Command station under attack.
a solid alien win by Exertus, going 2-0 in the first round.